because we were waiting for the confirmation, since you were not like clearly it was not written, so they are not aware even. So I just like Johnson just called me, and he informed me about this meeting, so I'm sorry about that. So I'll be, I think, a representative of the team in here, Turkey.
And are you make some modify your application form?
Me?
Modify.
Yeah, I was actually, what I was doing, I was putting the let's say that the algorithm in a flowchart style, and I would, if you care, I would let me see, I would share it with you if you want, or by the way, Yaki-san, is that correct? Yaki-san, hello.
Saki, nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
I am Saki Otsui, and then I was working with Koyama Sensei Maki-san before. Maki-san is my one of the boss supervisor in my master and PhD. So nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you as well. My name is Tuba Tatar. I'm the leader of the team in Turkey. So I'll be the one that responsible project PI in here in Turkey. I also obtained my PhD recently, but I have worked experience in Italy, Portugal, in Turkey as well, and also I studied in the United States, my master. So I was traveling a little bit, now settled in Turkey, and continue my work as well. So I worked on 2 projects, one of regarding of seismic risk assessment in Algeria and in Iberia part. So it's like called Spain and Portugal, and the counterpart on the other side on Northern Africa. And also I worked on another project, it's called Meteor, supported by the UK Space Agency. The other one was supported by European Union. I worked as a design engineer as well. Then I recently joined also the university that right now I'm working on. So I was just before the meeting, I finalized actually the flow chart. If you let me see, new sharing. Can you see it right now?
Yes, I see.
No, perfect. So let me make it. So this is what we were discussing. The task that we have been discussing, I put on a flow chart. So I wanted to be more understandable in that case. So if it is, so we were discussing that, so 4 different types of hazard is going to be worked simultaneously. So earthquake, flood, landslide, and wind. So it's going to start with the literature review, and then building classification regarding of the single hazard. So they were going to discuss and then determine the let's say that buildings behavior regarding of one single hazard, each group in here in Turkey. So, and then attributes that we are going to name, if it's like the most important, and the attributes which can describe the behavior against that given hazard. So mainly, so we will name those attributes, and people in here in my team have been working on those past as actually parts as well, no matter what. So the building classification and partially a review of the art. So, and then we will combine those building classification, and we are going to, I name it portrayal of the building classes. So, and then we are going to add in here, so it's going to get the review of the available taxonomy, is going to get into in that part, and we are going to propose a new taxonomy which covers 4 different hazards, and then in that case here, so comparison of the building classes of two countries, I wish to compare two types, the classes of the two countries in here, so we can get some comparison and some understanding at this point here in that part. And then simultaneously we are going to collect raw data in here, and then we are going to interpret the building and the data and classify the data in here. So, and then we are going to add social indicators, and then plus that what we are proposing is here. So climate factors in here. So I would say that not information, I'll just change factors by the region. So maybe I believe since Japan is a little bit like long by the height, so it's not like a squeeze in that way. So I think that you may have some differences by the region as well, and then some change in structural techniques through the country. So at least we do have different techniques in different regions. So I think that it's going to increase the accuracy of the process in here. So we are going to get those information and try to let's say that they try to put those information into the processing part to improve, to widen the accuracy. So the processing will be here. So I was just opening up another page that what the processing is. So how we get the step by step those processing part, and then we named two different cities in here. So two different cities that we can get their information a little bit easier. So one city that I'm living in, it's a leading city in terms of economy in Turkey, and the other one is a port city. It's another one. So after Istanbul, the cities that we selected, two cities are most important cities in Turkey. And if the validation of the results are okay, we will apply the processing, the whole process to the countrywide. If not, we are going to play with the processing part, how we can improve the accuracy, and then see how the algorithm can capture the building classes accurately. If the results are okay, we are going to have the mapping in here. So let's put it in here. So it's much more correct, because otherwise. So, and then again, mapping the results at the same time. This is the whole process that I'm going to propose today to my colleague. So because we are going to have a meeting as well.
And could you explain more detail of social indicators?
Social indicators are they're actually we are kind of a physical risk assessment. We named what we are doing is, but there is another case, it's social indicators. So the income can be, and then there's some some indicators that it's going to influence let's say that the name of the structural type. Then there's those kind of things. So even like census actually is given that the drainage system, it's like not related with the like not it's not completely related with the building behavior against the given hazard. It's not a structural part, non-structural. It's something else, that drainage system, for example, it's going to give us some indication like a socially. So it's a couple of the things that we are going to name them as well. So you'll read when we propose. So those indicators is going to also give us some tips about the buildings and their structural behavior.
And we in Japanese team, we discuss about this project, and yeah, Yotsui-san summarize like our discussing the relationship between your application form and our point out subject in I can't send files.
Sure.
Please give me the host.
すいません。
め
はい。
かな。はい、そうです。I can't send, so I will send via Facebook.
Sure.
Yeah.
Can we share my document?
Sure. I'm going to stop share mine,
Yeah, thank you.
and then you get the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
見えてますか、先
うん、
生？
見えてます。
Can you see my screen? As the Word document?
I'm able to do that. Hello, Johnson.
Hello.
Now connecting to audio.
'da telefon. Ha, geldi ses.
Hello, Japan. Hello, Can Hocam.
Merhaba.
Merhaba.
Hello.
Alo. Biraz çok da uzak durun. Bunun kamerası onun şey olsun. Onlar mesela şuradan olunca sadece şurayı görüyorlar.
Anladım.
Biraz öyle bir şey.
I'm sorry for being late. Actually, I was not aware for the meeting today. So I'm sorry, actually. And my computer was out of the service, and so now I'm connecting through the mobile phone. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Okay.
So can you see my screen, like a comparison between Turkey and Japan, between the working project? So I pick up the
Some tasks in the
tasks, yeah.
Turkish and Japan.
Okay.
And we think we can gather Japanese information and some clarification in the literature study we can, but maybe that's difficult to modeling or something to do that. So we mainly focus work package 2 and 3.
Okay.
Then at the same time, our Japanese team, we consider, or we want to looking at the building repair cost, or how the financial support after the disaster by disaster types. That kind of things now we faced the problem because the huge typhoon recently attacked in Japan. Then after that, so many insurance payment or government support to the peoples. So the kind of social factor, but the more financial perspective, we would like to add to these tasks.
Okay. Insurance payment. Okay.
I think building repair costs we can reach in Turkey as well, because what's it's necessary is when the building is structured, I guess, and the type of the building. That I think we can manage to do that, and I believe that financial support for the disaster. So by the disaster type, I think it can be a great. I believe it's a good idea as well. So.
Then at the same time, we want to know how the difference between government support and like a private company or insurance company support, I think there is something differences between them. So we want to clarify how the support by organization category as well.
Okay, sorry, may I ask a question? Is this only for typhoon disaster, or will it be in general for whole disasters?
I think ideally we want to cover everything, like a earthquake, flood, landslide, wind. It's for the March disaster project, so we want to do that.
Okay. Sorry, may I ask to Tuba san? Tuba, I think we didn't think about, for the Turkish side, we didn't think about this repair costs. Shall we also include these, or we should only Japanese side? Maybe they can work on this.
I think, Johnson, I think building repair cost it's related with the age of the building, and then plus what else? Buildings material type as well. So we already named the buildings material type. It's the classification is the, let's say that it's calling the building, so the taxonomy. In that case, what we need is when the information about when the building is structured, we do have as well. So those informations are given as well for us. So I think we can reach simultaneously 2.7. I think it's a great idea as well. And then from here, so we can jump into something else as well. It's an important factor, no matter what. So everything is related with the cost. So money, and I think it's a great output, and we can directly reach to this output as well.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Of course, you are right. But of course, the repair costs for building and for building types will be different for Japan and Turkey. Apparently, it will be quite different, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Like for example, I don't know in Japan situation as well, but for example, like a residential houses, factory, or like these kind of category, can we research for the repairing cost?
Okay. Well, I think it is possible for houses. It is easier, but for the factories, for the industrial structures, not the structure itself, but the inside of the factories. That is, it is. I guess it is not easy to estimate that cost, but for structurally it is possible for the houses, and for the factories just only the structure it is possible, but I'm not sure about the interior of the especially industrial structures.
I see.
We can exclude the equipment. Sorry, Maki-san.
Sorry.
When we were mentioning about the industrial structures, we can exclude the let's say that the financial part, the equipment. So just the structural part. So we can clearly say that. But still, it's you're right. So it's still it's complicated.
And in Japanese case, mainly we focused wooden residential house, and And we have roughly two types of udon house. One is a traditional udon house, and one is a new type housing, like 2x4 or something like that. And new housing, we have some installation. There are many installation in the interior wall. That is very weak for mildew, kabi. How can I say in? Yeah, right. Yeah.
あ、どうぞ先生。
This one. And like like this. Yeah, this one. Yeah, old type Japanese house, the wall made by the mud and bamboo. In that case, we remove the mud and strong dried, and then we draw new mud. That's okay, but new one we can't do that. We remove all of the interior wall, and then we repair we add new materials in the new wall. So that is very high cost to repair the house. So that means the old house is stronger than new house for flat in Japanese case. Yeah. So
Maki-san,
yes.
what is let's say that on the right side, the picture, right side, the second picture, it's a foundation?
This one? This one?
Yes.
Yes, that's right. Foundation with mud.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the water coming to the foundation, like lake.
Okay.
Yeah, like this.
Oh, this is this is the contemporary, or this is the traditional one?
This is the traditional one.
Traditional one.
Yeah, the case of tatami mat. Tatami, do you know tatami?
I know tatami.
Tsuba-san don't know. Japanese.
Şey düşünün, bir mat. It is kind of mat from pirinçten yapılıyor sanırım. Pirinç sapından.
Oh, sorry, we are like switching to Turkish. Bizim şey gibi hocam, saman şeyle kagir mi diyoruz?
Aynen, öyle, evet.
We do have similar techniques as well. Okay.
Yeah, this is tatami room.
Okay, tatami. Now I understand.
Yeah. In that kind this kind type of room, we can remove the tatami and the floor board easily, very easily, like yeah, like this. However, the flooring room, we can't open the floor. So we should cut the floor and we should enter the underfloor like this picture. This is the case of flooring room, and this is a type of the tatami mat room.
Okay.
So traditional one is the easier to repair.
Okay. But I guess that when we were talking about repair, so it's not like a, let's say that not the middle classes, like let's say that small damages or like moderate or so on. It's just a full repair of the structure. Otherwise, we have to get into much more work, and I think it's not we are not going to have it. So when I was saying building cost is just a total replacement cost. That we can easily put it in here, but the other case that the repairment cost, it's a little bit leading us to the next steps that we are not reached yet. So it's including a little bit vulnerability part. So how we can be actually assure that the building is getting to that damage, so that damage they should be given for that damage class or the what else the threshold for given hazard as well. So we are not named yet, so those are not clear yet. So maybe earthquake is much more easier, but for flood and landslide and wind again, so don't have either fragility or vulnerability functions in that case. But repair cost, the full repairment, replacement of the structure can be easily found, in my opinion. It's just not it's going to be estimated and a little bit average for sure, but we can reach a number.
Yeah.
In many cases of damaged building by flood in Japan, the damage level is very low. Usually, structure have no damage. So if we focus only structure, we can't recognize the damage level.
I see. I see. It's how about like a landslide is a local hazard. So how about wind? Wind in Japan.
Tomokyo Sensei is specialist of wind. So she know, but I don't know where. I'm sorry.
Okay. So
but many cases in typhoon, the roof is going away because of the wind. But structure, the very rare case, the structure damage, in the case building has structure damage is rare. Not so many, I think.
Yeah, structure damage is less than like earthquake, but something object hit to the house, then glasses has broken, or mainly roof has damage. Then yeah, in terms of the flood, I think we have some categories. The height of the water. So I think above the 30 centimeters, we set some half damages or like kind of like that. Then above 50, yeah, this one. Then partial damages, then half damages, then full damages. then depend on these criteria, the government support is different, I think. Then people get the financial support from government or insurance company. Then people can repair the houses.
Yeah, this means the depths of flood, and this is the category of damage. That's the total collapse and
Almost all.
almost damage was the
Very
difficult
dense.
and half damage and not damage but water coming upper side of
Yeah, above
floor.
the floor.
Floor, and here is the water coming but under floor. And this is a categorized by the government. And this is the case of landslide. Yeah, rock or clay or mud coming the depths. Yeah,
I see.
if
So,
yeah, please.
1 meter is the critical height for the landslide.
Yeah, yes. So totally collapse.
Oh. Before, total collapse. Okay, because I was like, okay.
And here is almost.
So this is the
government. Yeah, government.
Governmental. Yeah, those are the same. Okay. Johnson, I'm not sure we do have, I mean, at least that I'm not aware that Turkey do have some categorization based on the hazard. Some like at least like a governmental or a private insurance companies do provide such information, or I'm not sure. So in that case.
Well, as far as I know, basically the insurance companies, they ask the location of the building, whether it is in the slope or in the flat area. That is very important. I guess they are asking the insurance companies. And also, of course, as we say, the soil condition, this is mainly for the earthquake sites, I guess, whether it is located in a alluvial soil condition or at a rock site condition. Very basically, the insurance companies are when they locate the building, they ask these conditions, but not in such detail here as in the Japan case. And I'm sorry, but since I'm using the mobile phone, it's difficult for me to see the document. But
yeah,
now I arrange my computer and I will shift to the computer. So I will stop it here and I will join to the meeting through the computer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So see you soon.
See you.
See you soon.
Okay.
Yeah, I sent this document to the group chat.
Okay. Thank you. Saki-san,
Yes,
can you please continue showing the proposal that you were doing?
Yes. Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. Then after that, WP3, recovery and collection of the data, we plan to looking at the government source, which is like how many story of the building or how many floor or area of the one houses, the kind of things we have the government source. Then other one is we want to see the actual damage area after the huge typhoon and for landslide region.
Mm-hmm.
This one is the Tomokio Sensei's idea.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there any additional comment from Koyama Sensei?
And maybe we can gather some actual damage data from 2016 Kumamoto earthquake. And last year we have huge typhoon. So we can gather the Nagano City damage data. And also 2 years ago, we have huge flood disasters. And I live in Gifu Prefecture, and the Seki City in Gifu Prefecture has damaged. So I will gather the Seki City's damage data. And also this year, we have big heavy rain disasters. And also Kumamoto Prefecture and Gifu Prefecture has damaged. So we gather the Kumamoto City data and Gero City in Gifu Prefecture data.
Those are really valuable sources, in my opinion, especially if you do have damage data. Very important.
And I can show some this is not
はい、切ります。
ありがとうございます。なんか動きが悪いかな。いや、I will. This is this year the damage. Like this. これ関係ない。
by heavy rain ですよね。
by heavy rain.
Johnson, I think it's those pictures remind me the incident that happened just a couple of weeks ago in Artvin region as well. It's almost the same. Almost the same.
My apologies, my lack of the knowledge, but in Turkey, what kind of natural disaster is mainly occurred? Earthquake only or flood as
It's
well?
4 of them actually, what we investigate, right? Oh.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So if you updated your application form, could you send me?
Yes, so today also, sure, I'm going to share it with you. And what we are planning to do today is like fill in the task. Everyone is going to write their tasks on in terms of their hazard. So I'm going to collect all the data, and we are going to finalize the work packages, milestone tasks, and then of course one of our colleagues sent me in the morning today regarding a part that he wrote. It's about one flight part, and I already put it in the application part. So we are just I'm trying to, like, let's say, to collect everything as soon as possible, that you would have time to revise, and at the same time work and change in Japanese. I think your application will be in Japanese, so you need some time as well. So, and we are working as fast as possible in here to fill up all the required parts. So tonight also, Maki-san, I'm going to send you my CV and in English, so then you can extract any information that you want. The rest is okay. So my title, I guess, so we got confused about my title because I just recently came back from abroad to Turkey. They gave me a title, but I'm not sure what was in Turkish, what was in English. So I wrote it's because wow, it's
we should apply same title.
Yeah. Okay, so I will search and see what's in English, because it's government actually put it as a new title, so I'm not sure what's its English version. So not sure yet. So I was asking my colleagues, so what is my title in English really? There is no such a title in there. So I think it's a little bit lower than assistant professor, but higher than lecturer. So I don't know what's the between. So I'll figure it out. So I'll renew my title as well, so you'll know all the information about me.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I want to confirm that that's a research title.
Which the research? Oh,
yeah.
The title of the project. Do you have any idea? It's just I just put it there, so it's a little bit not attractive, I have to say that. So we need to put an attractive name in here, so it's just a boring name, I guess. So if it's a nice name, I think it would be better, but I just put it development of a taxonomy for multi-hazard assessment. So I'm actually there. So yeah, I wrote development of taxonomy for multi-hazard risk assessment. Sounds boring, but we are going to make it nicer. So
yeah, but maybe we don't have time to modify that. Yeah, we don't have time to change the title.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that project title is we should apply same title.
Yes.
In
yes.
English. So, but if I apply in few days, maybe we can't consider about the changing name.
Okay.
So this is okay or not?
Of course. So we are easy. Yeah, it's an easygoing topic. So if you're not okay, so if you're not okay, so we are not going to change. No worries. So
Do you have any idea?
Yo, ben bunun şimdi sayfasını kapatırım.
Nicer ideas. Okay, so it's I'm going to get my colleagues' opinion as well,
Beni
but
görmüyorlar.
I was not really like it's fan of this title. It's a little bit, let's say, development of taxonomy for multi-hazard risk assessment. it's just a straightforward name for sure.
Sesle vedalaşın çünkü döndürünce sizi
And if we change, we
camdan
will
görecekler.
tonight and I'll let you know.
Tamam, iyi böyle.
Is
Benim
that okay
görürler.
for you?
Şu an sizi görmüyorlar. Hayır. Şeyi kapatmışım.
If we change the name,
Açalım
Which-
belki sizi şu an
we're going to do it tonight at the meeting. If not, it's going to stay same. So if we change, I'll let you know. Is that okay for you?
Sorry, I can't hear because Jan-san.
I was saying that if we change the title of the project, it's going to happen tonight at the meeting that we
Yeah,
not going to change. So then it's going to stay same. But I would assure you that if we change, I'll let you know immediately tonight.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So you can give us some opinion about the new name. So if you like, we can continue. If you want to change a little bit the name, so you're always very welcome.
Thank you very much.
Seslerini falan kapatıp burada siz konuşmazsanız büyük
Okay, so I already took a note about it.
Biraz.
And we will continue to discuss via Facebook group chat. If we need, we use this.
Okay. Project. Okay. By the way, can you give us a time frame that when it would be the latest time that we could provide you the version of the Turkish side? So I think we can schedule our time, right, Johnson?
Yeah, better to make a schedule.
So push the things a little bit further. So try to see what we can do. Let's say that if I am trying to, I have a midterm exam on the 14th. So after midterm exam, in 16, okay. Johnson, do you think we can finish our part? Let's say that around 20th. So finalize everything and back and forth within our group and finish everything and send the final version of the Turkish side, but to Japanese side. It's too early, but we have to make it.
Well, today is the 10th, and the deadline is the 2nd of September. I think we better to finalize by 20th if we can do it. So then in a final stage, probably we may need to talk with the Japan side again to finalize the things.
Sorry, my university said the deadline of university is today.
Today.
So yeah, now I ask to postpone the deadline.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe they can. They say okay, but that is not so long time.
Okay.
Can you give us? Can you tell us like how many days they could postpone the process?
Maybe tomorrow they will reply me.
Okay. So what do you need from us, Maki-san? So we are trying to do our best. So the algorithm, or do you want me to send the algorithm that I just wrote?
When today you will discuss about your project. So after that, please send me your modified version of.
Okay. So the algorithm that I just showed you. So okay.
Yeah. That is still unfinal version. However, I will write based on that.
Okay. So then algorithm that we are going to, because Johnson, I just prepared an algorithm before you joined. to the meeting, so I was showing them.
Okay.
So
Okay.
what we have done, the tasks that are in a flow chart right now, so we can a little bit revise and try to see whether we can send them the final version within
Mhm.
a day.
But in
I think
that point, that point is maybe mainly Turkish project. So we need rough information, not so detailed about
Mhm.
algorithm. I think so.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Well, since it will be different, we apply with a Japanese English proposal, and you apply with Japanese proposal. It doesn't need to be exactly same one. So there can be some difference, but in general, I guess the work packages, we are agree with the work packages, I guess, and the tasks. So we will use the same tasks. So I guess this will not have any problem.
Yeah, because our application form only 4 pages for
Okay.
Research plan.
Okay.
Mm.
Not so detailed.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, that's right.
Okay. I think it's good news for us, because I was like, when you say that today is the due date, I was okay.
But Grandma Max-san,
Hi.
we need the final title, research title.
Okay.
Right.
Johnson, we were discussing. I was saying that it's not really attractive title, but we wrote on the file that title of the project is a development of taxonomy for multi-hazard risk assessment. What would you say that? So do you think we would change a little bit or make it a little bit nicer, because it's a straightforward, very scientific, I would say, that a title that maybe we would rethink about, but if we are going to change, we should inform them immediately, so the title is going to be the same at our applications in 2 parts.
Well, in my opinion, I think the multi-hazard is a good word to use. It is because very trendy, very popular recently. Taxonomy also, I think we should use. But one more thing we can add maybe can be resilience. But I don't know how we can add the resilience there. Development of taxonomy for multi-hazard. I don't know. Any opinion from Japan side? Do they, Maki-san, do you have any opinion? What you say for the title?
Maybe, may I jump into? Maybe risk can be replaced by resilience. Resilience assessment. It's also a trendy topic as well. Not risk assessment, but resilience assessment. But I'm not sure we're going to get that feelings into the project in that case. But
okay, how you will say?
Development of taxonomy for multi-hazard resilience assessment, because there are other cases that resilience assessment it's called.
Multi-hazard and resilient assessment. I think we should put an "and" there to hazard and resilience.
Okay, there I googled it, so okay. Johnson, you say risk and resilience?
No. Risk or resilience.
Oh, risk or resilience, okay. Not and.
Any of them, not together.
Okay.
I think development of taxonomy for multi-hazard and resilience assessment, right? You say.
I said replace the risk totally by resilience. Multi-hazard resilience assessment.
Okay. That's fine. Okay. No risk and just resilience. That's fine.
Because the guy Googled immediately that whether I can say that resilience, multi-hazard resilience assessment. I just Google it. So I think it can be used. And if we say that our direction is, resilience assessment.
So I'm not sure within the project, are we going to do resilience assessment, but the purpose is the taxonomy. Okay, I think that's fine.
Right, because it's a for resilience assessment,
That's fine.
Not with the resilience assessment. So when we say for, so it's going to be further projects. So then we are able to use those newly defined taxonomies for the resilience assessment. But it's an idea. Just if you didn't like, I'm okay with that.
So I guess Maki-san, she wrote the title, I guess. I cannot see here, but I guess she wrote the title.
Oh, yeah. Development risk assessment, not resilience assessment. Yeah, I just saw it. Yes, the last text, that's what I was saying. Maki-san, is that okay for you to call it right now resilience assessment?
Yes. I think, yeah.
Because we said it for multi-hazard for. It's just not getting involved into resilience yet, but we are going to go to that direction, but we are at the first stage of the assessment.
I see.
Saki-san, you're okay, I guess?
Yes, yeah, I agree with you.
Okay, perfect.
But Tuba-san, I think there should be and between hazard, multi-hazard, and resilience. There should be an and. Multi-hazard and resilience assessment. Don't you think so?
If you say and multi-hazard assessment, resilience assessment, it means. Multi-hazard assessment sounds like a little bit for me seismology, a little bit for me getting to the hazard itself.
Okay, you are right. Okay, I think it's multi-hazard resilience.
Because what we are aiming.
Yes, you are right. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so we decided the title. Maki-san, anything else you need from us? Because I think you have only a couple days left.
Yes, but now it's enough. But maybe in 1 day, I will need some additional information, and I will ask. I will ask the group chat.
Okay, so we will provide as soon as possible, I guess.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tuba-san, I couldn't follow, but Maki-san, she was asking all the participants, Turkish side participants, the name and title. Did we send all?
I wrote them
Okay.
on the chat because you informed me. And then their title, their belonging university, their full name as well. So,
But
Okay.
your title is not confirmed in English now.
yeah, so we were discussing. So, Johnson, how do you call Öğretim Görevlisi doctor? This is me. So, but I don't know.
I was saying instructor, but the lecturer will be also fine.
Lecturer, instructor. Okay, so lecturer. I'm not sure.
Lecturer or instructor.
Because I'm really not aware of what Dr. Öğretim Görevlisi is as well. So I just get into the Turkish side. So they just gave me the title that I'm, I came just by scholarship is 1416, maybe you heard. So 1416, I studied abroad and I just, they gave me title this one, then they're going to change, but this is the given title for the first stage. So we can play with it. So no matter what. So anyhow, so lecturer, okay.
Lecturer is fine.
Okay.
Okay, but I think Maki-san, similarly, we need also the similar information of you, the Japanese team. We will write to our application form.
Yeah.
So 20th.
So, Tuba-san, I guess we will have meeting tonight, right? Tonight at 8 p.m.
8:30.
8:30. Okay.
No.
Okay.
8:30. Isa-san sent me some info, and I already add into the project application. I created the algorithm, and then I show Maki-san and Saki-san. And then I'm also I'm favor of the Saki-san's proposal, which was 2.7. Very fun of it. And then I'm not sure how the Turkish side works yet. So in terms of the governmental perspective, so 2.8, the proposal task. I'm going to dig into the information. I think if we can achieve this part, it's an very like a plus for the project, really big one. So, but for the Turkish side, not sure yet, because I have lack of information about how the government works in here a little bit. So I'm going to get into that part as well.
Well, for the when we say governmental, maybe we should think in local based, and in local based, the municipality can be source for the data. And I know that you in Sakarya, Professor Çağlar Naci Hoca, he is close to municipality, and probably it will be easy to get some data from municipality.
Actually, we wrote a proposal to the municipality in the morning, so we already sent them for their support. We are going to get a letter from the municipality in order to support our project. So it's already done. But what we were doing is what Saki-san suggested, that is it's a financial support for the disaster, for governmental part, and also the insurance side as well. So what it's how much the government support. And then, for example, they show us like a flood and landslide. I think that for the flood and landslide, both of them, one matter is the critical height. No matter what you reach, I guess you get full support from the government, I guess. Am I right?
Mhm.
So,
Not
but the,
full support.
let's say it's a little bit support. Not all those government support fully, I know. So a little bit support, let's say that.
Yes, yes.
But that thing is that if we are able to do that, so not sure. So I'll just get into the information and inform you about that. So maybe Johnson can help us if he has no.
Well, this is for example, I can give an example of 2011 one earthquake. It is in the eastern Turkey, and it was an earthquake with magnitude over 7 and very damaging earthquake, and many houses were destroyed, and not many people had insurance at that time, but that was the as usual in Turkey. The government had a decision and to support all the people in the region having the damage in their houses. So even I know in some villages, even people houses they didn't have damage in their houses. They were destroying their houses to get financial support from the government. So this is the case in Turkey, unfortunately. It is, I don't know, it is difficult to say in official numbers, but I can, as Tuğba-san says, we can consider full support. I mean, most of the people in the region with destroyed houses, they got support from the government. But I can say now in Turkey, the beneficiary of the insurance rate in insurance is very high. It is, I think, I don't know, Tuğba-san, please correct me if I'm wrong. As far as I know, it is around 50%, especially in Istanbul, 50%. The people, they have insurance for the earthquake. I don't know for other disasters, but for earthquake, the people, because now if you buy a new apartment or if you rent a new apartment, you are obliged to have this earthquake insurance. So that's why it's increased the rate of the households having earthquake insurance. It's increased in recent years. But we can find these numbers. What is the percentage of the insurance in Turkey?
I think, Johnson, Alpha should have provided some information regarding of the natural hazards. So let's say that when the government supports the locals when they face to some hazards. So maybe we can find in Alpha page. So for example, in recently when Maki-san showed the flood, damaged photos. I think we did have the same in Artvin, Iran, and Trabzon. Those are cities on the northern part. I guess they got, they're like, I remember that one of my friends from local is that they said that AFAD came. AFAD is a governmental organization. AFAD came and they checked out their home and tried to see the damage, and probably they are going to provide some financial support to the people who got people's house who got damaged or collapsed. So maybe AFAD can give us some info.
AFAD, and the other thing is DASK is the natural hazard insurance pool in Turkey. DASK. DASK is another source, I guess.
I guess this is for earthquake or full, like the
No,
other.
it is DASK is Doğal Afetler Sigortaları Kurumu. Doğal afet. It is all natural disasters.
Okay.
So it can be a source for the insurance.
So it means that actually, if we get some information about the policy, governmental policy on this perspective, so I guess we can complete also 2.8 task, what Saki-san suggested.
Okay.
But
Okay.
we can discuss. I am taking a note. We can discuss 2.7. I really like it, and 2.8. We are going to get some information and discuss with our team at the meeting that we are going to hold today, and see if we are able to reach the information. So why not? Because I think it's a nice output. What do you say, Johnson? I already took a note. Okay. AFAD.
Okay.
And DASK. Okay.
In work package 427, we can support or join your discussion, but it's difficult to lead the Japanese group team.
Mm-hmm.
It's difficult that we lead that subject.
You say 4, right?
For work package 5 to 6.
5 to 6. Okay. So what we were. May I show my screen?
Yes, please.
Okay. Johnson, this is the flow chart that we are going to discuss. So, and then what we need in here. So, in here, so this is the part that you're going to complete. Maybe I should. I can put. Oh, this is the screen. Sorry, I can. Yeah. Okay, now I'm up. I think what we can do is I can add some visualize. No. Okay, so this is the indicators it would be. So both countries are going to perform. Let's see that. So for example, literature review and building classification, you may do that. So, and plus, let me put it down, plus in here. So what our group can do is, and plus this one, you're going to be in here. So like involved into this part, proposed taxonomy, we would get your valuable opinion in here as well. So our part can do that processing part. So processing, I'm going to open what really means processing in here. So how we are going to write the algorithm. Algorithm is going to be in here, so it's going to take time. So we can write it in English, Of course, and then we can share with you the algorithm you can apply to the city that you are going to select. And at the same time that what you're going to do, validation of the process. So we are developing country, we do have different techniques, and you're developed country, and you do have different techniques as well. So how the, let's say that the algorithm is going to respond to different conditions, to two different conditions. So, and we are going to increase actually the acceptability of the work as well, in my opinion, if you are going to get the point of some level of accuracy above that. So, and we can put your work in here. So, and here it's just not too much demanding, monetary demanding part here. What is let's say takes time and requires financial support is the processing part. So we are going to have this part, and we are going to share what we do have with you in here. So what you are going to do is apply the algorithm to the selected city that you name on the application. Then valuation, and it's going to be, output will be automatically if we are going to do that during the processing part. So, and we can share and interpret the results, a little bit talk about it, understand it. So, and then it's, we are going to have a meeting, probably the whole team in here again. But I think it's good to discuss and give some details about Japan and Turkey, how the things worked after applying the algorithm. And if everything is okay, we are going to apply the algorithm to the whole country. This is our aim. Because the process and the algorithm is the same, just let's say the data that we are going to use is going to be enlarged a little bit. And then mapping is going to be applied. So we are going to give mapping means like output. I just say mapping, but output and visualizing the results in here.
Sorry, Tuba-san, can you explain more detail about the final result mapping? How do we image the result? Like this area, how many buildings are vulnerable for earthquake, flood, landslide, wind, that kind of result? Or so can you explain more detail?
Yeah, you mean mapping, right?
Yes, final one, yeah.
Mapping. So if you see that usually it's shown as a density. So density of the building block. It's one output. So we are not reached to the risk or loss part yet. So you're just classifying the building stock, structure stock in our countries. Not yet. So there is no loss. There is no risk in that case. So when we were talking about the risk, we have to have the hazard and loss. We have to have vulnerability in that case. So you're not getting to that part. This is the like a classification scientifically, understanding the building's behavior against the given hazard, and try to see that's the reason taxonomy we call it, trying to see how they react, the building's reaction towards the given hazard. If we can combine some attributes that show in the same behavior against the hazard, so the same attributes that we are going to put. If not, so we are going to add some attributes that if we compare with the available taxonomy that you can find in the literature.
Okay.
Yeah, as I said previous meeting, yeah, in Japan we have some hazard map of flood and landslide, so we can estimate the exposure of buildings by flood and landslide easily in Japan.
That would be awesome. For Turkey, it's not ready yet. So our next aim is, after preparing this taxonomy, even if everything is on the track, we are going to go to the second part even. So we are aiming. So it's not ready yet. So in Turkey,
I see.
as far as my knowledge,
yeah.
the earthquake is fully, actually, earthquake is really mapped and understanding, not fully, but at least in Turkey. So we do have a seismic hazard map, renewed one in 2019, I guess.
I see.
It's a new hazard map, so we do have, but the flood, landslide, and wind, people are working on it. So if we combine them, we can get risk. We can get later on in the loss part as well. The humanitarian at the same time, monetary, and then yeah.
Yeah, but that is but in that's Japanese example is only example or some model case.
It's nice. I remember the maps that you showed last at our last meeting. It was nice.
Yeah, Professor Hada and I already estimate the population exposure of flood and landslide. Yeah, so very therefore so we can image the exposure is easily.
This is Maki-san. You have this exposure nationwide or some parts of Japan?
Professor Hada estimated nationwide.
Nationwide.
And I focused Gifu prefecture, but also I also estimating nationwide exposure.
Well, your work on this exposure, the estimation, can be good example for us, but I think in Tuba-san's opinion, in this project, in this proposal, as Turkey, we are not planning for the risk, for the loss assessment, and especially for the landslide. I talked to my colleague, she's also working on the landslides, and she said, we don't have enough data to have the hazard map for the landslide. So still we have some lack of data for this. But maybe not within the project, but we can work on the earthquake part because we have the hazard map for the earthquake, and if we could develop the exposure with the taxonomy, we can work on the loss and the risk for the earthquake.
I agree with you. So right now we are kind of, it's better for I mean, Turkish in terms of understanding of the hazard. earthquake seems a little bit step forward regarding other hazard types in Turkey. So we are a little bit ready in earthquake, but not the other hazard. So we can directly jump into risk part, and then since we know the classification of the buildings, we can see how far we are away from the vulnerability part. And then if we can work on it a bit, so we can also complete the loss part as well. So then it can go to the, just in terms of earthquake, directly go to the loss part as well in Turkey.
Yeah, I don't require the same thing for Turkish side. Yeah, just introduce Japanese situation.
Okay.
Well, that will be really good for us to follow your methods of assessment and your experience.
I believe Maki-san, it's the same for me as well. So we would get your experience, and also it's really valuable, your work, and expand our work as well, and make it in a better version. Okay, so Maki-san, I believe it's late +6, right?
Yeah.
It's going to 11. So I learned. So I'm learning Japanese culture and time zone. So I'm going to, after finalizing the things that I'm going to do it tonight, and you'll find when you get up. So the title of the project we already renamed. And algorithm, after discussing this part, if there is a change, I'll make. If not, I'm going to send you the algorithm, and you can put on your application as well. And then I'm put 2.7 that Saki-san suggested, I'm going to add into the task part. And 2.8, I'm going to talk to my colleagues, and I'm going to see what we can do, because I guess tasks that we are suggesting should be matched. So, and it's better that we are following the same task and steps. So then I'll try to make sure that we are able to do that if we can. If not, I'll let you know as well again.
Yeah.
But the 2.7. Okay. But thank you so much. It's really, I like the ideas. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I want to, I guess it's okay, everyone. Johnson, would you like to add something?
Okay, so I think after this evening's meeting in the Turkish side meeting, I guess you will send a modified version, updated version of the proposal to Maki-san. So I guess Maki-san, you will submit your proposal tomorrow, or I don't know, maybe the day after tomorrow, but probably if you need anything else from us, maybe you can write to us to Messenger, and we can we try to provide the information you need.
Yes.
Okay, so we at our side we still have time. Probably we will disturb you sometime more to have some more information, maybe. So I think that's all at the moment at my side.
We will continue to discuss in group chat, and also I don't know, next Monday or next Monday we will meet.
Okay.
Yeah, again.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe you also the deadline is very near date, right?
We need to as far as I know, Tuba-san, please correct me if I'm wrong. As far as I know, we upload to the portal. The deadline is the 2nd of September.
Mm.
It's through the internet. We just upload the proposal to the portal.
Mm.
So we have a little bit more time than you do
Mm-hmm.
have. So that's the reason. If we knew, I mean, we would do something else, but we didn't know your application due date was that short. So actually on internet, it seems that you have more time than we had. I think around 9th or 7th of September, it shows that that is the due date for Japanese side. But
No, the JSPS deadline is same as Turkey, 2nd of September. But in Japanese system, the university gather the information and then they university sent to JSPS. So we have the two deadlines. One in the university deadline, the second one in the JSPS deadline.
okay, so we didn't know. Sorry about that, but
Yeah,
okay.
I also don't know that.
But it's good that Maki-san, your university at least allow you to have some time more.
I hope so. But yeah, in the past experience, yeah, university can in few days.
I see.
Plus 4 pages only.
Yes, that's right.
4
Okay.
pages. It's advantage.
Mm.
Try to be positive. That's all. Maki-san, Saki-san, John-san, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And
ありがとうござい
in
ます。
Japanese time, いいgeceler.
İyi geceler. Very good. Oyasumi nasai.
おやすみなさい。
Okay, bye bye.
Yeah,
Bye, thank you.
thank you. Yeah, you can なんだろう。
あ、私が全員に対してミーティング終了します。
あ、はい。